Get started. Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. And really, the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family.
Men just can't handle themselves. They want to go sleep with their coworkers. They want to go sleep with women, prostitutes, getting happy endings. You letting the P take your career. He could actually be with a good, solid woman. But Shannon Sharpe want to play Playboy. How you messing with sleazy women and you rich? This video is brought to you by SHINERGY Life, brought to you by SHINERGY Life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sick of being soft, if you're sick of your T levels being low, if you're tired of being a Democrat, won't you get you some T-Force and become a man today, all right? We had the original T-Force, which is the regular T-Force, and then we made it advanced. I suggest you take this with food and you take it before a workout to maximize. Get you some T-Force today, 25% off, because I hate these white bottles and I want to get them out of here, to be honest. We give you the discount code for 25% off. Get you some T-Force today. God bless you. God bless America. And let's get strong, baby. So Shannon Sharpe, God, there's sometimes if I wasn't saved or if I come back after going to heaven and I come back again somehow, I want to come back as this OnlyFans model who got paid allegedly $23 million for messing with a rich black man. Now, it makes me believe that Shannon Sharpe must have did something. He must have did something untoward to pay an OnlyFans model who he slept with $23 million when settling with her did not keep him from losing his job and his reputation. If he didn't do anything, you would think he would fight for his reputation and fight for his job back to be, obviously acquitted or proven not guilty of any of these charges that she's levied against him. But young men, listen to me clearly. Don't let your thing get you in trouble. Don't let it get you in trouble. Don't let the P get your career. Like they used to tell us when I was a cop. Don't let the P get your badge. But it cost him a lot. They say his salary was about $6.5 million a year on ESPN. He lost potentially $100 million of media deals, all for the P. And this ain't some unique P. This ain't some glorified excellent P. She looked good, but everybody didn't have that. Everybody didn't came through. People didn't roll through and checked it out. Shannon Sharpe, you lost $100 million for some used P. You lost $100 million for some rental car P. Now it's a Rolls Royce rental, but it's a rental car. This ain't a woman who's a upstanding citizen, a woman who got, wits about her. She's a great mother, and you willing to risk it for that. You risking it for the used P. The OnlyFans, everybody done seen that. They pay $25 a month or something. They done seen that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Young men, listen. Avoid this at all costs. Let me let you listen to him finally apologize or whatever he had to say about this situation and getting canceled and losing all this doggone money over that used woman. Roll the clip.
Get started. Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really, the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support.
And let me say this. Do I condemn Shannon Sharpe? No, he a human, man. That man, everybody make mistakes. Some people's stuff get caught, right? Your stakes are high. When you working at McDonald's, and nothing against people working at McDonald's, it's an entry-level job. You know what I'm saying. When you're working at McDonald's and you do what Shannon Sharpe did, nobody cares. Right? Nobody's going to sue you, right? Or whatever he did. I don't know if he did anything criminal, because she ain't pursued any criminal charges. But if you do the same thing Shannon Sharpe did, nobody cares. If you cheat on a girl and you work at Best Buy, you work at Best Buy in the Geek Squad, and you cheat on your girlfriend, she gonna be hurt, but nobody gonna care. When you see, the Bible talks about with as much is given, much is required, right? The higher you go up, the more the penalty is for your mistakes. When you are King David, your mistakes are in a book that people are gonna read for thousands of years. Little people that didn't make the Bible, that did stuff that King David did, nobody cares. That's why people like me, I try to be very mindful of what I say. I'm very mindful of how I act. I'm very mindful of what I present, because I never go anywhere without people recognizing me. Now, I went to Hawaii, people in the airport, and shout out to everybody that said what's up to me. I appreciate you. But bro, I can't be acting out of character and losing my temper and stuff in public. People see me, they like, oh, that's Officer Tatum. Or I get caught on camera doing something I'm not supposed to do. Everybody knows it's me. And I'm not saying that you should want to do those things, but don't do them because you're popular. You should try to pray to God and work on having good character with as much as God has given you. You have to kind of protect that. So you can't do stuff everybody else can do. You can't make the mistakes everybody else can make. It's the same thing with being a pastor. Like, people are like, well, pastors are human. Well, you're not on the same level as the person going to your church when you're leading the church. You're not on the same level. God didn't give them the mantle to be able to have the respect and get the credence and access that you have to people's personal life and all that other stuff, or speaking life to them. God didn't give them that mantle. So the requirements are different for you and them. Now, at the end of the day, a sin is a sin, but God is going to punish you, I think, more severely when he puts you up here to lead and you doing all this crazy stuff when you know better. It's really, and that's what Shannon is experiencing, and I know he's going to make it out. I think Shannon's a good dude. He's just a dude. When you don't have God as the head of your life, who wouldn't do this? If I wasn't saved, I'd be doing the same thing. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not too prideful to understand that, like, I'm a human. I'm a man. I remember how I used to be before I got saved. I remember the struggles that I have while I've been saved. Being saved helped me bring it all the way down here. But when I wasn't saved, you think I wouldn't be on OnlyFans? You think I wouldn't be after these women? I'm in shape. I got money. I'm doing it. I'd be a dog. And I'm glad the Lord saved me. And some of y'all men ain't willing to tell the truth about this, but I ain't got nothing to hide. And I think that young men need to hear stuff like this. I would have been bad, man. God know me better than I know myself. God knew that I needed to be saved when I was in college, or I would have done way worse than what had happened to me before I got saved, or the things that I had done and the things that were in my mind. Attitude, everything, not just women. Attitude, women, everything. And then God knew after I was saved that I needed to be married before I ever saw real success, because that could have been a stumbling block. Because having success and being popular and being single is hard for a man. Because women don't hit me up in the DMs because they know I'm married and I'm a good man and I have good character and they don't want to get embarrassed. I think they would be, some women have in the past, but like, since I've been with millions of followers, women don't really hit me, or I don't see them hit me in the DMs. When you're single, you have to entertain attention from women to a certain degree, right? Because you're looking for a wife. One of the women in the DM may be a woman you want to take on a date. So you're open to potentially engaging with women that are not good for you. And that's why I felt like God did it methodically. He go, you need to go to University of Arizona. Because if you go to another university and you end up being a superstar like you think you will be, you may never find God. You may never go down that path because you got everything. And you playing with God is good enough for you. You playing Christian and playing church is good enough for you. And if you're a superstar, what you think I'm blessing you. And I feel like God had to humble me, man. Going into college as an All-American and sitting on the bench. And I went to God. I wanted to give up on everything. I didn't know where else to go. I went to God. And God knew that if I went here and the situation was like this, that I would come to him. And then I got saved. And then the rest of my career went a little better. I still had a kid out of wedlock. I ain't lying about that. I had a kid out of wedlock. But I didn't have more than one kid out of wedlock. I think if I wouldn't say, I probably had a lot of kids out of wedlock. But I had one kid out of wedlock. And then it was a situation where I tried to do the right thing. And then I could write a whole book about that you got to protect yourself. You can't think that you're so strong on your own. You got to have accountability partners and stuff like that, because you can be saved and still mess up. And then I didn't go to the NFL because maybe, just maybe, I'd have went to the NFL, and even when I was saved, I'd have been in an environment where I'd have watered down how I thought about God and everything like that. So God had to humble me and make me a police officer. Then I was able to see grind. I was able to see the real wickedness of the world and have compassion for people in their worst moment and build my character. And then I started to become political. And then God opened my mind to that. And he knew that, okay, Brandon is becoming popular. He need a good wife with him to help him go to the next level and to be a man of integrity and be with one woman and be stable and all the things that comes with marriage. Boom. So some of y'all may not want to hear all that, but I think it's necessary. But allegedly, he paid $20 million to this girl. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little jealous a little bit, because women like this can do wrong and be rich and then get saved. I struggled and was broke when I got saved, but these women get to do all that, make a lot of money, and then come and get saved. And then now they didn't get to wipe their stuff clean. I'm like, God dang, why couldn't I just do the work? Why couldn't I just be the worst? And then, but let me not say that, because I could have been the worst and I never recovered. She may never get saved. I don't know. I hope she does. Put it back on the camera. Let me read it here. It said, today I've decided to retire from OnlyFans. She need to go straight to hell for this if she don't repent. She done shysted a man for $20 million, and now she's going to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for your incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for the next chapter. I love you all forever and ever. God, bro, when you do the right thing, when you see stuff like this, you like, man, people just $20 million to be a, and there's good women out here raising their family right, and they broke. But hey, it is what it is, because you can be broke in the pocket and be rich in spirit.